Hi, my name is Rubiana, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you have never seen my face before, I am a clothing brand owner and I do a lot of content over on TikTok. My brand is called House of Aura, and I'm super excited to share my journey as well as a lot of tips and tricks that not a lot of people like to talk about. So make sure you guys go ahead and check out my TikTok as well as subscribe because we have a lot of good juicy videos coming up soon. But either way, welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the 5 things that I wish I knew when starting my clothing brand. And to be honest, it's a lot of things that no one actually talks about. So, the first thing I want you to do is completely delete the idea of selling out your first drop, spending only $200 to start your brand. Just delete it. Anything that you have seen over on social media that makes it seem like it's so easy to create a brand and drop it, just delete it. Finding a manufacturer is not as easy as everyone makes it seem. Okay, on social media, I have seen people sit up and just say, oh, just go to Alibaba, pick this manufacturer, do this and do this, and boom, order your sample, market your sample, and problem solved. You can either sell pre-mades or you can sell pre-orders based off of that sample. To a certain extent, yes, that is true. However, when you are creating a real brand, something that you want to actually build and connect with people, the process for a manufacturer is very long. Me personally, my brand, we're offering creative custom pieces. So it literally takes 3 weeks just for me to get one sample back. Not to mention, we actually went through a process where the first sample was completely wrong and we had to completely rework it and figure out how to make the design actually look like the design. So there is good chances that you will end up with bad samples. And to avoid that, it all comes down to the process of finding your manufacturer. And it is, again, a long process because half of the people that you find on Alibaba are claiming that they have the best quality, the best turnaround times, the best prices, and that is not true. Okay. A lot of them are trying to get off on you. Their quality is not always good, and their consistency is not always good. And a lot of the manufacturers on there will tell you one price and jack it up when it comes to actually shipping out your sample or ordering your bulk order. So you really have to research, go through the reviews, actually talk to them, and, establish some sort of relationship where for at least 50 to 60% what you order is going to be what you get. That is not no 1 to 2 day process. I personally talked to my manufacturer for about a week before I actually went ahead and purchased my order. I wanted to make sure the MOQs were, at my budget. I wanted to make sure the pricing was at my budget. I wanted to make sure they were actually going to be able to create this design for me. And although I did spend a week looking for them, they did still mess up my sample. But they are still a good manufacturer, so they actually remade it for me before actually shipping it out. This is why it's important to find a good manufacturer. Overall, it took me a little minute to actually find a manufacturer, and I actually don't even use the same manufacturer for all my pieces. I go specifically based off what manufacturers make what product, makes certain products the best. So like my manufacturer for my sets won't be the same manufacturers I go to for my jewelry or for like a certain denim set. Like it just really depends on what your manufacturer can produce well. You stick to them for that. So if you're like struggling a lot with finding a manufacturer, if you just generally need a good idea of what good manufacturers look like, just the basics of finding manufacturers on Alibaba. I do have a manufacturer list that's literally $3. It's in the description below. Just click on the link, buy it, scroll through. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to finding the perfect manufacturer. I won't say the perfect because not every manufacturer is going to be perfect, but a good manufacturer. They have great reviews. They are verified. They have good turnaround times. The pricing works. They're the whole list. So in my manufacturer list, I list exactly what you need to look for when it comes to finding your manufacturer. And then I list certain manufacturers that I use and certain manufacturers that I will use and will recommend. So make sure you guys go check that out. The next thing I want to talk about is the upfront costs when it comes to starting a clothing brand. Everybody on TikTok is talking about, oh, you can start a clothing brand with just $100, with just $50, $200. My sample cost that price alone, okay? Not to mention shipping. Now that we have tariffs like locked in for real, then your websites, your photo shoots, your marketing, that's just not realistic. The only way I can literally see that happening is if you're just dropping like a t-shirt or just like a hoodie or something like that. Or if you're going the pre-order route, which I don't recommend. A lot of pre-orders get canceled because of the wait time. It's just a big headache. I don't recommend you do that. I recommend if you're going to start a clothing brand, put you some money away and actually plan your clothing brand, especially if you want to see real profitable returns, especially if you want to actually relate and build either a community or hype around your brand. It's just not something that's going to happen overnight. And it's something that's just not going to happen with $200, especially if you're having quality pieces. So if you're going the pre-order out, sure, whatever, that may work. If you're doing drop shipping, sure, whatever. That's not this video. But if you are like literally creating a brand, you want your items on hand before shipping them out, before you launch, put your some money away. Stop letting these social media influencers tell you you just need $50 to start your clothing brand. Not no real clothing brand, baby. This is not no get rich scheme, okay? Personally, I'm going the pre-made route, meaning I'm going to bulk order and get it shipped here before I actually launch. So that way people can get their orders in a timely manner. And because of that, I paid like $300 for my sample because my sample is a 2-piece set and it's completely custom. The fabric is low-key kind of hard to get. And then I had tariffs knocked on top of that. Not to mention I have the bulk order price. I don't even remember how much the bulk order is. I have the shipping costs to get the bulk order here. I had costs for packaging, for promotions as far as like sending free products out to influencers. I have the accessories that I'm also going to be releasing, websites, the photo shoots that I'm doing, the videos I'm doing. It costs real money. I generally couldn't even tell you how much money I'm in right now. But just know I'm trying to make it work. So if you want to build a real brand that resonates with people, if you want to do this long-term wise, and you are definitely going the pre-made route, put your little bit of money away, definitely create your budget and stick to it. My next thing is marketing is literally 50%, if not more, when it comes to owning a clothing brand. I literally thought like, okay, I was so brainwashed by seeing so many people on social media. It's like, oh my God, I got this sick idea and I posted it. It went viral and now I'm selling out. I'm like, oh, that's all. I just need one video to go viral and boom, like I got sales. Bro, that is not marketing, okay? I quickly learned that before I even launched my brand. I haven't launched yet, but just within the first week, I was posting poorly videos of my ideas for this clothing brand, and I literally got like 20 likes, if that, maybe 100 views, if that. But once I actually sat there and I planned my content and figured out like what works for my branding, I started to like pull 10K to 100K views on each video that I posted. I had super high, I can't remember the numbers, but I had super high engagement. A lot of people were more interested in my brand, especially because I was building a community. I am building a community around my brand. I want to help other people, build a community around their brand. I'm dropping free game. Like literally, I'm dropping so much information. This information is what people would pay me for, but I'm dropping it for free. And I'm showing what it's really like to own a brand. And then in that whole message, I'm giving you the message behind my brand. As a young girl, I struggle a lot with fashion. I don't have time as a young mom to put a lot of pieces together. And then when I do, it just doesn't resonate with my authentic style. So guess what? I started a whole new brand. I'm building a brand based off of the female, I won't say really emotion, but their desirability, what makes us desirable. That's where our whole brand is. That it girl that I did it in 10 minutes without having a whole bunch of effort and I look bad fucking ass. all the way through. And a lot of people, that's their goal. They want to be that it girl without having to put so much effort into their outfit. So with all that together, my marketing is helping me build a brand that people can resonate with. And because of that, I'm building loyal customers. I have people DMing me asking me, when is this going to drop? Not only do they love the pieces, they love the brand that surround that piece. So marketing is very, very, very important. The quality of your videos, the quality of your content is what's going to drive your pieces. You could have the literal shittiest piece of clothing and still sell it out because you have good marketing. So make sure you invest in the marketing. Don't just dump a whole bunch of money into ads, because I got to where I am right now without 0 ads, just with authentic marketing, authentic content. I may not even use ads, honestly. So just really sit there, plan out your content, and make sure you prioritize that. Because at first I wasted so much time and energy, and I'm like, oh my God, no one's watching my videos. It's not reaching the people I needed to reach. I'm about to give up. Like, it was super stressful, and it was because I was half-assing it. So make sure you put effort into your marketing for sure. Patience is a non-negotiable, okay? I generally didn't think having a clothing brand would be this hard. And especially with social media today, I didn't think it was going to be this hard. And there's been so many times that I've wanted to give up because the process is extremely long and a lot of things go wrong. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is way more than what I signed up for. This is way more than what I thought it was going to be. And now I'm struggling. This just, oh my God, it will send you into a whole spiral, literally. If you don't have patience, you're going to stress yourself out. You're going to burn yourself out. You're going to lose your creativity. And more than likely, you're going to give up on it. It's a good chance you're not going to sell out overnight, and that is completely okay. To be honest, a lot of the brands that you see today on social media that's selling out every single drop, they've been grinding it out for years. They've put in the time and effort and the marketing to get to where they are now. And more than likely, we're just seeing the end result of that. So just know, like, just because you ain't selling out your first drop, don't mean you ain't gonna sell out eventually. You know what I mean? I'd rather sell out over a month at a time than not sell out at all. You see what I'm saying? Just like my biggest takeaway, my biggest advice is just be patient. You're going to experience delays. You may even experience failed drops. You're going to probably get burned out and so stressed out because it's a lot, especially if you're one team, if it's just you, a one-man team, like it's a lot. And quite literally, there has been so many times where I'm like, I'm done with this. My manufacturer completely screwed up my very first sample, pushed my entire drop back because I wouldn't get that sample in time to start my marketing and to start my bulk order. And I was so stressed out and I was so worried that they weren't going to get it right. And instead, I should have been patient and I should have said, okay, we move the drop date back. Cool, whatever. This is what we need to do to move on. You got to have that mindset. If you don't have that mindset, it ain't for you. Lastly, not everyone is going to support you. Not everyone is going to believe in you, okay? I've noticed a lot of my friends and family don't even pay attention to the fact that I have a clothing brand. And there's some of my family who's like super excited for me, super supportive of it, and more than likely will buy a set or so. But understand that there's going to be people that are close to you who are generally not going to give a fuck. Like, not even trying to be mean or saying that you don't have no supportive people around you, but in reality, it's just the truth. Like, I fell out with a friend over this. I fell out with a couple friends over this brand. Just because they were just really, really negative. Oh, you're not going to be able to do this. It's going to take so much money. Why not you just focus on this? And, being a nurse, being a mom, things like that. Like, in their eyes, it just seems impossible. And I don't want that type of energy around me. Like I want to succeed in this brand. I want to connect with people over this brand. I want to really build something because I think I really have something here, and I don't need people around me who don't believe in that, and neither do you. So when you drop your brand and you see that mainly all your orders are coming from people you've never met before, don't be surprised, because just in reality, that's just how it goes. As long as you believe in yourself, you believe in this brand, it's going to succeed. Whether it's your first drop, your 5th drop, your 20th drop, whatever the case may be, just stay focused. Continue to focus, continue to believe, be patient, just stay at it. Believe in yourself, and do not let other people discourage you. Do not let other people make you want to give up on this brand. So yeah, a clothing brand is not for the weak. It takes patience, it takes money, it takes time. But if you're serious, it is worth it. So if this has helped you, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because I'm going to be dropping the full behind the scenes at least twice a week on YouTube and probably 3 to 4 times a week on TikTok and Instagram. Overall, we're figuring this thing out together and we are building something real. And I'm so excited to see how this brand is going to grow and expand and how it's going to relate to you guys. So just stick around for the journey. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.